padding for today's video. Hi guys, we're reacting to some new Atlas stuff. We've got the P3 expansion pass episode Aigis release date trailer to look at. Spoilers, it releases in September, as well as the Metaphor ReFantazio trailer gameplay stuff we're going to be taking a look at. So let's get into it. Starting with the episode Aigis release date trailer. Oh, by the way, quick announcement, starting Monday 10th, I will be continuing on the Persona 3 Reloaded livestream gameplay story, whatever. I'm just continuing it on. I started all the way back in like February. Basically, I had it on Game Pass. I no longer had Game Pass because the month ran out, and so I got the game on PlayStation 4, and I had to kind of get back to the point I was, which took about 4 hours, but that was about an hour of just skipping loads of dialogue. But anyway, let's get into this trailer where we can see Aigis' sister summoning her persona, and now we're back into the new Tartarus dungeon. Is it even Tartarus at this point?
I would do anything to protect you.
Oh, that's good.
We'll win, sister.
It's kind of like a metaphor for how Aigis would do anything to protect a main character. My main character is called Salty-kun N.
My wish will become my
Also all out attacks.
You always seem
Okay, so if I remember correctly, in Fez, I don't think you could actually swap out Aigis' personas. So I wonder if they're going to keep it with this version, if I remember correctly, which I probably don't. So let me know in the comment section down below.
to remind me of the things that are most important.
All right, coming September 10th. Excellent. I cannot wait. Should have been included in the base game. Available now, I can get some new stuff, and then available now, we get some Velvet Cube costumes. Basically, in order to juice up the expansion pass and not just call it what it is, which is DLC, they give you some extra stuff, which is looks like this soundtrack to Persona 5 and Persona 4, as well as everyone gets a Velvet Room costume. Okay, cool. Anyway, let's get on to the other game. Yes, we got the Metaphor ReFantazio official archetype job system overview showcase. This is another Atlas game being shown on the Xbox showcase. Now I wonder if this one is, I believe this is cross-plat as well. I'm on PC, so I'm going to get it anyway. Right, so I wonder how this system is going to work. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's a lot of damage. Okay, so we have an archetype job system, so there's going to be classes or jobs.
Hello everyone.
Sup?
I'm Katsura Hashino.
Hello.
The director of Metaphor ReFantazio.
Okay, it comes out October.
You may know some of my previous work, including Shin Megami Tensei 3 and
Persona 3, 4, and 5. So this guy is done it all.
Persona 3, 4, and 5. At Summer Game Fest held in Los Angeles, California, we announced there are 14 archetype lineages, which amount to more than 40 archetypes.
Okay, Jesus.
Understanding the various archetypes is crucial to mastering this title's battle system.
Okay, I'm wondering if they're all, because the issue of a lot of games that have like a job system is like there's like different tiers of jobs. You got the early game jobs, which are just not very good, and then there's like late tier game jobs. So for example, in like Final Fantasy, especially like Final Fantasy 3, the ones that have the job system usually get like the black mage, the white mage, and the red mage. But later on, there's like the black sage, the white sage, and the red sage, which basically have access to higher spells or can do more. So I'm wondering if there's going to be like a tier system where it's like early game jobs are fine, or archetypes are fine, but later games they're just completely replaced by something better. Or you can just use it throughout the whole game.
Of the Atlas exclusive 2 Metaphor ReFantazio showcase, we will dive deeper into the different types of archetypes and how to use them.
Well, let's go, because I can't remember much about this game, to be honest.
we introduced the overall game flow.
Oh, thank you.
We will continue to reveal new content on Metaphor ReFantazio on our Atlas YouTube channel, so please be sure to subscribe.
Okay, all subscribe to this
Let's
channel.
get started.
Alright, let's go. Alright, battle system overview. Here we go. How's this gonna work?
First, let's review the battle system introduced in the previous livestream.
Right.
Metaphor features a turn-based and action-oriented battle system where enemies of lower rank are defeated through real-time action.
Oh,
allowing them
okay.
to proceed at a quick pace.
Oh, that's
In this
cool.
innovative battle system, against higher-ranked enemies, players can use the real-time action to enter turn-based combat with an advantage. Metaphor
Right.
incorporates tactical planning through action into its established systems, along with a high degree of party composition freedom through job changes.
Right.
Central to this approach are the game's new job types known as archetypes, which players can equip to their protagonist. To prepare
Sort of
these
like a
archetypes for the
persona.
protagonist, it's crucial to first introduce the facility known as the Academia.
Now, where was I?
In the early stages of the story,
Okay.
the protagonist gains access to a mysterious location called
Alright, so alright, let's hang on. Let's go back real quick. So it's so it oh hang on, where are we? Alright, so basically if the enemy's weak, you can basically do like real-time combat. Just hit it. Yep. But if it's strong, you can enter into a turn-based mode, where I'm guessing you have more access to your skills, your spells. Okay, so standard turn-based stuff. Alright, cool. Alright. Let's see how the job types affect. Is it just going to be spells or abilities?
These archetypes for the protagonist, it's crucial to first introduce the facility known as the Academia.
Now, where was I?
In the early stages of the story,
Okay.
the protagonist gains access
Yeah,
to
look,
a
it's Pixie.
mysterious location called Academia. As you can see, it's a place adorned with a plethora
It's
of
the Velvet
books,
Room.
giving it the atmosphere of a sanctuary of knowledge. The individual in Academia has high hopes for the protagonist's awakened archetype.
It's Eagle!
He is well versed in archetype knowledge and will lend his support to the
Jesus.
protagonist's journey,
Okay.
helping him to awaken archetypes. Archetypes are managed
Right.
in lineages such as this one.
So it's the standard job
branching out as
classes.
They are acquired during the journey.
Okay.
This is a game screen from the early stages of the story. So right now we only have access to the initial archetypes with basic
And each
skills.
one has their access
Once
to
you're
their
able
own
swap
archetypes.
The real game strategy begins. Details on how the protagonist comes to visit this place will be shared in detail in subsequent updates, so please look forward to it. Now, I'd like to introduce the types and characteristics
Yes,
of
please.
archetypes.
That's what
as
we're
well
waiting
as
for.
Details about the related battle systems, including some that have not yet been revealed.
Alright, please reveal it to us.
In the last live stream, we introduced the different types of archetypes,
Okay.
including some of the foundational ones. The versatile Seeker, who is a well-rounded archetype. The Mage, who can exploit the enemy's weak points with powerful magic.
Okay.
The Thief, skilled in abilities like robbery.
Alright.
The Brawler, who excels in physical attacks using their fists. In
So,
terms of other
okay.
initial archetypes, we have
So
the
they
Warrior,
transform
who
into
excels in
the
sword attacks.
archetype. Okay,
The
so it's
Knight,
sort of
with
like
outstanding defensive skills.
was it was a digital devil saga. Instead of summoning demons, your party would transform into a demon, and then you can learn skills based on a talent tree. But it looks like this game takes that, but also introduces like the different jobs. And then you just switch your job, and then that has access to different skills and stats. So one might be more heavily magic, one might be more heavily physical. Okay, I'm getting there.
Healer, who specializes in recovery.
Oh, yep.
The Commander, with skills related to formation and support.
So commander is basically your buff,
The
your
Gunner,
debuff.
who can shoot from a distance. The Merchant, who can use money-related attacks. And
Yep.
the Faker, with tricky moves. As the game progresses, players can unlock evolved archetypes
Status
such as
ailments.
the Masked Dancer, whose skills and resistances can be freely changed with equipment.
Oh, okay.
The Summoner, who is perceived as a highlight in job change games with its power to summon monsters.
Yeah, everybody
And
loves the summoner.
Berserker, who has tremendous destructive power. There are 14 basic archetype lineages, and when the variations of each archetype are added up, in total there are more than 40 archetypes available.
Right, but I'm guessing you have to upgrade an archetype and unlocks a new archetype. Yeah, here we go. Archetype evolution. Okay, so there is the tier system where you you have your basic archetypes, and then you get more powerful ones based on that archetype's archetype. So if it's like a healer, you get a new archetype that's a better healer, or maybe a healer that can do. Oh, let's just see. Let's see.
Type gains experience through battle.
Yep.
And learns various skills.
Skills. Okay.
There's a wide variety of skills with different attributes and ranges, such as buffs, recovery, and passive skills to improve abilities.
Yes, standard
Mastering these skills
SMT
allows
stuff.
players to gain an advantage in battles. Furthermore, as archetypes evolve through growth, players can advance to higher tier archetypes.
Yep. Okay.
While the archetypes like the ones introduced earlier are unlocked as the base archetype of each lineage, progressing them through battle and strengthening bonds with supporters encountered on the journey.
Okay, so this is basically like a mixed match of load of different SMT ideas. So you got like the Persona social link stuff. You have, like I said, like the Digital Devils saga where you could level up skills, but in this it's like also you can level up your character archetype's lineage, and then you gain new skills, but you also have to do it with your social links as well.
Is crucial. This system unlocks conditions for acquiring even more advanced archetypes.
Yep.
Providing substantial depth and party development for players to enjoy and experience.
Oh, it just unlocks it. Okay.
For example, the Seeker, which first awakens for the protagonist, is a lineage in the Seeker category.
Okay, so you
By
have
deepening
Magic
the bond
Seeker.
with the supporter who controls this lineage, the character can evolve into the Magic Seeker,
Right.
who wields powerful wind magic, as well as reinforcement support and passives.
Okay.
And then onto Soul Hacker, who has powerful magic such as additional MP recovery effects and penetration resistance.
All right. So also depending on your archetype or job system, you're gonna get passives as well. So, okay.
The Gunner.
So it looks like you can't actually change your skills on your jobs. It's essentially you learn the skills, and then that's it. And if you want stronger skills, you have to go down the lineage.
Who can shoot from a distance, is a heroic figure in the ranged category, and can evolve into Sniper, who is good at all target attacks, and
Okay.
then onto Dragoon, who can trigger attacks with various magical attributes by deepening the bond with the supporter who controls this lineage.
Right.
Each archetype variation is uniquely crafted with dedicated artwork, and the appearance of each character changes based on the equipped archetype.
Right.
So I think you will enjoy the work very much.
So does that mean like if the protagonist uses Seeker, he has one form, but if you give another character the Seeker, they have a slightly different looking Seeker?
This title was created with the cooperation of guest creators, including Koda Kazuma for the background concept art,
Okay.
and Ikuto Yamashita for the Gauntlet Runner design.
Damn. Okay.
The archetype designs, boasting over 40 variations, are not only designed by Shigenori Soejima, who is
Who did the designs for the Persona stuff? Love this book, by the way. But yeah, keep going.
in charge of character design for this title, but also by Yuji Himukai,
Oh,
the
okay.
character designer for the
But
Etrian
yeah, you
Odyssey
can
series,
kind of see that
who
as
is
well.
likely familiar to Atlas fans.
Oh, that's cool.
The Etrian Odyssey series is a dungeon-crawling RPG based on creating characters from a large number of jobs and organizing them into parties.
Yep.
The fact that we have incorporated the ideas of the creator, who has consistently been in charge of the design of the series, is not only impressive, but also an appropriate element for the 35th anniversary title of the Atlas brand. So please look forward to it as well.
Oh, okay. So you're trying to promote your other game.
In the last live stream, we explained the archetype system
Let's
that
go.
allows you to transform at any time during a battle and activate their skills.
Okay.
After entering a turn-based
So in Digital Saga, you would basically start the battle transformed unless it's like a certain because in a lot of SMT games there's like a day cycle or like a lunar cycle, and I think if it's like an eclipse, not eclipse, like a new moon or a full moon, your characters are de-transformed at the start of the battles, and you don't have access to all your skills, and you have to transform them for it.
battle with the squad button. Today I would like to introduce the archetype battle system in more detail. Against higher-ranked foes, players can stun enemies with fast action before engaging in advantageous squad turn-based battles.
Okay.
However, if attacked by enemies first, the
They get to go
turn-based battle
first.
will begin with a disadvantage. Players who prefer certainty in their attacks or struggle with action sequences should not try to take on the enemies through fast battle.
Oh, I will.
Use the
I
squad
play Devil May
to
Cry.
engage in turn-based combat. Depending on the situation, players are encouraged to adapt between high-risk.
It looks like it's using the same S&T battle system where you have turns, and if you, the more enemies there are, the more turns they get. The more party members you have, the more turns you get.
By the number of party members.
Yep.
And the number of actions increases if the enemy's weak points are exploited.
Standard SMT stuff. Okay, if you played any of the SMT games, you should know the battle system for this.
Unilaterally without giving them a turn. However, this system is a double-edged
Sword, because they get to use it as well.
for the opponent. If enemy attacks
Are they
exploit your
renaming
party's
all the
weaknesses,
spells again?
then your party's turn may not come for a while, leading to challenging battles.
It does look like it.
Metaphor is an evolution
Yeah,
of
they
our
call it
command battle
Sight,
system that
but
has been
it's
cultivated
like
over the years,
Garu
and
in
its
Persona,
innovative
and I think it's called
combat
something
system
else.
is unique to this
Force
title.
in other SMT games.
I think we're in the clear.
In command battles, players can change the party formation front and back.
Oh,
And
okay.
each archetype has its optimal
Oh,
position of
see, a
strength.
part. Okay, that's
For
pretty
example,
cool. That's
the
I
mage
don't think
can
there's an
cast
SMT
magic
game
from
that
the
has
back
that.
row to
I probably
compensate for
am
its
wrong.
weak point, low defense, to some extent, maintaining its attack power. The knight can withhold its attacks and attract enemy attacks from the back row,
Like
and
taunt.
therefore induce enemy attacks with minimal damage.
Okay.
The gunner, who can use shooting, is an archetype that specializes in long-range attacks.
Yeah, so they
from
can sit in the back row and have
The
no. Yeah.
commander can change the formation of all members with its skills, allowing each player to freely create their own strategy.
Okay.
Shall fight as the noble I am.
There is a special technique called synthesis that differs from normal skills. Synthesis, which means integration in psychological terms, is a system that allows archetypes to combine with other party members' archetypes. It can
Alright.
activate a special technique that is not available otherwise.
So it's like in
perform
Persona
this
5
step,
when you use your
it
dual
consumes
attack or
more than
Showtime
normal
attack.
action, as it consumes an
Where
additional
if you have
action
two
from
party
an ally's turn
members
as well.
that have a Showtime
This
attack
technique
together,
is
you can
more
activate
powerful
it.
for that reason.
Okay.
For example, while a mage and healer can only target a single enemy with their attack, with the use of synthesis,
They can
the
attack
target
all
can
of them.
be changed to all enemies.
Yeah.
The Seeker's main attack is wind magic. But by using synthesis, the Seeker can use attacks with attributes that are normally unavailable to it, such as light or strike.
Okay.
In addition, warriors are good at physical attacks. But if many of the same archetype are placed in a party, the attack characteristics will naturally be skewed. However, the special synthesis attack that can be unleashed by 3 warriors can do a surprising amount of damage.
Right, so if
even
you
in
have the same
early
with the
stages
3
of the game.
archetype, it just boosts
This
that damage
system
as
is an
archetype.
important element of the strategy.
Okay.
And if used properly, it can
I wonder how
eliminate the enemies
powerful
all at
like
once.
magic's gonna be if you have
The
like 3
activation
mages.
Conditions change depending on the combination of the party. So it is a fun element to try
There
out
there
different
is going to be
configurations
like
and
an
discover new
OP
synthesis combinations.
combination.
Moreover, the development team has worked hard to ensure that the diverse range of archetypes remains engaging even in the later stages, allowing players to enjoy different compositions.
Cool.
We aimed for a balance to avoid a situation where players' party compositions become similar as the game progresses, or where only certain archetypes are used. When players change from one archetype
You
to
could
another,
try and avoid it,
they
but there's
can
usually
inherit
like the
skills they
optimal
have
one.
already mastered to the new archetype.
I have a few skills.
Unless you have like depending on the
Command
battle you have to
system
switch
not
it.
only includes action count strategies, but also formation tactics, special moves called synthesis, and a skill inheritance system, providing numerous ways to creatively configure archetype strategies.
So,
in the party.
like in Persona, you can
While the
hang
party
on.
consists-
So, like in Persona, when you like fusion, you can like in the two personas you fuse together, you can to create a new one. The new one inherits skills from the old ones, and you get to pick and choose. So, one of that looks like it's going to be the case for this. So maybe you want a knight or the mage knight to maybe have a physical move where it might not have that. Or
Of 4 members initially, it can
interesting.
expand to 7 as the story progresses.
7 party
All
members.
members can equip any of the 40+ archetypes. So we
Or
hope
do you have to
players
switch out your
enjoy
party? You can
developing
switch out your
their
party
unique
members.
strategies.
Okay. during battle.
Now that we have explained how to use archetypes in command battles, let's discuss how archetypes' abilities come into play in other ways. Weapons change depending on which archetype is equipped.
Okay.
And this also affects the real-time action.
Alright, so you can go for a brawler.
Before entering turn-based squad battles. For example,
I quite like the fact that you can actually start like wailing on weaker enemies and just treat it like an action RPG, and then you can, if like the enemy's not going down too quickly, you can just go and turn it into a turn-based. Or if you're not very good at action RPGs, you can just turn it into a turn-based for every single battle. I like the flexibility. That's nice.
Let's change
but I don't feel like the action. Okay, let's see.
To the unlocked warrior. You can change the archetype of your party members as well from each tree.
Right.
But the fast action is a move specific for the protagonist. So we want you to try out not only the command battles, but also the strategic action. In the case of the warrior's great sword,
Jesus.
its large swing delivers powerful blows, and while swinging it, the user is not susceptible to preemptive strikes from enemies.
Oh, okay.
In the case of the mage's staff, the attack range extends not only forward, but also around the user, making it effective in situations
Oh my
where the
god,
player
okay,
is
so
surrounded by multiple enemies.
changing your archetype also changes the way you engage in the real-time combat.
It can wipe
That's
out
cool.
many monsters when outnumbered and outclassed. Additionally, there are archetypes that can use ranged weapons. The faker can throw knives, and the gunner uses a crossbow.
Oh my god,
allowing attacks
okay.
from a safe distance. Enemies roaming the field also have various characteristics and weaknesses. For instance, you might use a gunner with long-distance attack range to take down flying foes. However, if you choose the protagonist's archetype focusing mainly on fast action, he will fight with that archetype when you enter a squad battle. You cannot swap archetypes in a squad battle.
Alright.
So it's important to plan ahead of time. We hope that everyone will enjoy the fast and squad combat.
That looks cool. Yeah, that's good. Alright, dungeons, let's go.
Let me also talk about the dungeons. There are various enemies in the dungeons.
Oh, poison.
Many familiar creatures from fantasy worlds are recreated in a modern design. Some enemies that ambush you, some that hide underground, and some that appear in a group. There are no dungeons that require a specific type of archetype party.
Okay, that's good.
Please enjoy trying out various party strategies of your choice.
Oh, Jesus.
There are tough enemies and bosses that force you into battles.
That was very
When this
Dark
happens,
Souls-like
the type of
opening
party you
door.
bring will affect the battle.
Draw steel. We are spotted.
Monsters called humans are especially tricky to face, so beware. We think you will enjoy planning strategies for the battles ahead. Moreover, the degree of freedom in party formation
Yes.
and the fact that the difficulty level varies depending on
I also like the monster designs. They're not very SMT standard, because SMT basically get all their like demon designs off of mythology, and this is just like some random ass
which
stuff.
quest you conquer first can affect the perceived difficulty of
They're
battles,
actually probably
and a
based
slight
on like
error in judgment can be fatal in this battle. The difficulty
can't
of
say
the
what's the
game
word called.
can be changed
Mythology.
at
There
any
we go.
time. And by
They're probably
using the
based on
retry
mythology as well,
feature,
but have a different designer,
You'll be
so
able
they
to
look
return
different.
to the top of the battle and take on the challenge again with other strategies you might have thought of. So please rest assured that this game is made in a way that ensures all players can confidently take on the challenges.
We've
Additionally,
balanced this game.
a network feature allows players to view the party compositions used by other players who've cleared the same dungeon.
Okay.
Available to view at any time. With the press of a button, you can instantly switch to those compositions,
Damn.
making it easier to adapt and strategize. I'm sure there are players who remember playing classic job change games based on the recommended information of specific party setups.
And
for
you've just
certain
built it
dungeons.
into the game.
This network feature is like a modern version of that kind of playstyle.
You've just built. Okay, that's
We
cool.
want players to be able to see firsthand how other players are progressing in the dungeon they are currently conquering.
I wonder if there's like you could do it where you somebody's made a very difficult, it made it harder for themselves, and you see that one and you could challenge it, but like, oh, this person beat it, but this person made it super easy, like a tier system
Using
like that.
their own party composition and ingenuity, even though it is a loosely connected
Switches.
Well done.
Summary. Okay, tell me what I've just learned.
So, what did you think? In this video, we have introduced the various types and uses of archetypes.
I know you have.
We hope that even those who are unfamiliar with past Atlas titles will be able to easily enjoy this fantasy RPG based on its unique job system, which is a staple in fantasy RPGs.
I like it. Did they just say this unique job system, but it's also a staple, so it's sort of unique, but not really,
Various unique
but
features
maybe.
into Metaphor, from the system and volume to its visuals, and we hope that you will enjoy this fantasy RPG.
It's Poseidon. Sea horror. Okay, nice. It's Summer.
Metaphor is launching on
Oh,
October
of course.
11th,
Pre-order
2024,
bonuses get
and is open
easy.
for pre-order.
Jesus Christ.
Starting today, you can also pre-order the digital version.
Wait, is
If
this
you
an
are
Xbox
interested in
exclusive?
Metaphor, please be sure
No,
to
it's-
pre-order or add to your wish list. Those who pre-order will receive pre-order bonuses, including the Archetype EXP chest set.
Yeah, no. No, please, no, we're just gonna skip. No, we're just gonna skip that. Okay, and there we go.
LCs that you can get just for pre-ordering, so please consider them.
No.
Metaphor will be available in both standard and special editions for physical and digital formats.
Okay,
Development-
is that just a sticker sheet? Base game, obviously. Steelbook, asterisk. Why is there an asterisk? Collector's edition components and their pre-order availability date will vary per region. Content is subject to date. Physical versions available while supplies last. Okay, I don't know why the Steelbook's got that. Soundtrack, art book. I wonder how big the look. Doesn't look like it's going to be. Hopefully, it's a good art book. Sometimes games come with like really, really good art books. Like you would buy them separately if you could, and sometimes they just come with this little tiny thing, and it's just like a few concept pages, and that's it. Like the one that came with, you see him there. No, not that one. Did you come with one? No, the ones in the Diablo stuff. Pretty decently chunked, but the one I got from like the Final Fantasy X HD remaster, it's teeny tiny. It was barely even worth it.
The team has come together to create a collector's edition
Atlas
that allows
Fairy
everyone to
Digital
celebrate
History
Atlas's
Book.
35th anniversary.
Oh, there it is, history book. Hopefully.
The
I wonder how much it's
cover
gonna
box is
cost.
Designed by Mr. Soejima, and the art book is truly gorgeous.
The
including art
P3
from
one was
various
what,
guest artists.
130?
We hope you will have a copy on hand to enjoy.
Yeah, sure. If you
In the
sell
digital
it separately.
35th anniversary history book, you will find a timeline of past titles, introductions
God.
to major titles, and a conversation with a
Yes,
very special
indeed,
guest talking
episode
about
2.
what makes RPGs so much fun to play.
Wait, why does 5 get 2 of them? Okay, well, I guess it's... Yeah, Persona 4 gets 1. Persona 5 has 2 because of Royale. SMT3. 4. 4, I think it's like A Stranger's Journey. P3. I think that's Persona 1. Or if.
Additionally,
Oh, there's
this edition is filled
SMT5.
with congratulatory comments from various creators in the industry.
Okay, well,
The digital soundtrack includes an all-time best album that looks back on the brand's 35th anniversary.
hey, donate now so I can get
It
this.
is a fascinating musical journey that gives both old and new fans a sense of the history of Atlas's sound.
Ah, look, it's Catherine.
In addition, we
Catherine.
have included a cloth world map of the United Kingdom of Uchronia.
Oh. United Kingdom of Great Britain.
A set of
Oh, so
pins
Uchronia.
representing the Homo Tinta monsters.
Sorry, what?
A steelbook with dedicated key art.
Yeah, I see
A
that.
2-disc Metaphor ReFantazio soundtrack composed by Shoji Meguro. A digital costume and battle background music set.
Oh,
and a
God,
sticker
look at this.
sheet of
They're doing
national
this whole
flags,
standard,
archetype
like,
designs,
every single mainline SMT protagonist costume and persona as well.
And more. This is a limited edition, so if you would like to take advantage of this opportunity,
Order it now.
please consider pre-ordering while supplies last. Thank you for your continued support. We're happy to hear that so many people were interested in the battle system in the last live stream.
Yeah, it looks
So
standard
finally, next
SMT,
time,
I guess.
we would like to introduce not only
But I do like the
gameplay,
fact that there's
but
the
also the
real-time
world
battle
setting,
system as well.
characters, and story that we have been elaborating in our first attempt at a fantasy RPG. This is a work full of twists and turns, so please stay tuned.
I
for the
guess,
next
yeah.
exclusive.
Every SMT is kind of
Metaphor is
post-apocalyptic or
planned to be
modern,
released on October 11th.
otherworldly.
Be sure to pre-order.
So I guess this
and
is like
add
the
to your
first
wish
fantasy
list.
one.
Thank you very much for your time today.
Well, no, thank you. All right. Oh, we're fading into black. What else? We getting bonus
It is
stuff?
said that we all have inherited heroic virtues deep within us.
Yeah, the archetypes.
The reality is,
Oh,
we oppress, we fight. A great evil flows through this land. You have found a way to wield true magic.
Oh my god.
Many more protectors and followers will gather to your side.
And you form bonds
The
or
same
social
powers
links.
lie dormant within them. On guard! You must acquire more archetypes and bring them together.
And stop the evil.
How's this? Gower! No holding back!
Now you've acquired a most interesting power. An archetype whose existence was only theoretical. You wield power now.
Cool. I am awakened. October 11th. Oh, well, it looks good. It's interesting. Don't particularly like pre-order bonuses anyway. But I don't think they're going to affect gameplay at all. Just make it a lot easier early on, but still. As long as they don't say you pre-order it now and you can get a 3-day early access or something like that. That's really annoying. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Goodbye.
Morse. Marvelous. Together on the track. Let's go. Red sus, red sus. Red sus, red sus. Red sus, red sus. Red sus, sus. Red sus, red sus. Red sus, red sus. Red sus, red sus. Red sus, sus.